So this is a video I thought I'd do since I really love Kaohsiung and well, no one's really heard about it, and this will be the first and last time I make a video like this. This is an aviation channel after all, so tough luck if you like this video. Kaohsiung is the second biggest city in Taiwan after Taipei, located towards the south. It's a big tourist spot for mainland Chinese tourists, but not a lot of other people come here. So I flew in here on Dragon Air. You can watch the video on that here, and I'm not alone. I'm traveling with my family with 2.5 days to spend. 9 PM by the time we got to our hotel, just went to McDonald's before calling it a night. The next day, first up was the National Science and Technology Museum in Kaohsiung, which we walked to from our hotel, 2 km, not a problem. It's a kind where you press a button and a metal cube goes around in circles and stuff. Some of the exhibits were interesting, so it was alright. Let's keep track of the cost of these 2 days. The museum fee is 100 Taiwan dollars, which is around 200 INR. After a good hour and a half, it was time to head back with lunch along the way. Roast pork belly with rice and unlimited oolong tea. Yum for 130 INR. Kaohsiung has a great metro system and we caught it for a few stops to walk towards the Lotus Pond. This is an artificially created lake with a few temples dotted around it. It's a great place for a Sunday walk or just for some nice calm, and the locals agree. That is the Dragon and Tiger Pagoda. The one on the left is the Tiger Tower and the other one is the Dragon Tower. Further up the lake is the Spring and Autumn Pavilion with the characteristic dragon next to it with the Chinese goddess Guang Shan riding it. I got something to drink. It was great after walking around a lot. Now we got a taxi to Yangchengpu to go to the National History Museum. I love history museums, and this one used to be the Kaohsiung City Hall. It is most famous for the 228 incident or uprising where the army confronted insurgents right here in the City Hall. Just outside the museum is the Liuhe or the Love River, which flows through Kaohsiung. It's nice to just sit down after walking through the entire day. I bought this and I don't know what it is, but it was delicious. Next, it was one stop on the metro to Cijin from Yangchengpu, and the trains are always empty. Now why is that? Cijin is the end of the line and has a small seaside town-like vibe. We scaled the neighboring hill 2 kilometers to go to the Martyr shrine, which was a bit confusing to find, but the Taiwanese are really helpful. We asked for directions and 3 people went a kilometer out of their way to show us the spot. The Martyr shrine has an amazing view over Kaohsiung. After coming back down, you'll notice the Takao Railway Museum, which was closed, but you can still take a look at the early 1900s trains. Metro hopping time again and yet again an empty train to get to the Liuhe night market at the station Formosa Boulevard. There's an art installation called the Dome of Light, which is actually the largest art installation at a public transport area, I believe. I'm not sure. Night markets are amazing places, and now you know why those trains were empty, because everyone's here. One thing you must eat in Taiwan is the oyster omelette, and I couldn't miss it. I also got some Japanese takoyaki, which was also delicious, and also some ice cream. This was followed by just a little bit of shopping before crashing at the hotel. One of the big things to see in Kaohsiung is the huge Guang Shan monastery and the Buddha Memorial Center. Getting there is hard because it is outside the city. What we did was took a train on the Taiwan Railways halfway to, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Jiuqitang. Then take a taxi the rest of the way. It was a nice chance to try out the local trains. The monastery was founded in 1967 and is built over a very large area. You can walk around the whole compound and also get guided tours. Lunch is freely offered every day and is one thing to try out here, but we skipped it. Just adjacent to this is the Buddha Memorial Center, which was constructed very recently, and it is an amazing spectacle. By afternoon, we caught a taxi and train back to Kaohsiung city. Later in the afternoon, we went out again, catching a metro to Cijin again to catch a ferry to Cijin Island, which is the northern part of the island is where most tourists arrive at and where the ferry arrived at as well. A quaint little town. There is a lighthouse on the hill at the very end of the island, which was sadly closed, but the view is still great. It is lovely to walk around here and just look out at the South China Sea in all its glory. And it's also nice that there aren't a lot of people at the time we visited. Seafood restaurants are plentiful here, but not feeling hungry, we trotted on. I got this though, I don't know what it is. So it was the ferry back to mainland Kaohsiung, and then we took the metro to the Liuhe night market, the other big one in Kaohsiung, which seemed to be closed down, but there were some stalls open, and I got this delicious grilled beef. And also dinner at this great street side place with unlimited soup and oolong tea. And that's it. The next day was spent shopping, nothing to say there. If you head to Taiwan anytime soon, make sure to head over to Kaohsiung. You can't miss this amazing place. The expenses over these 2 days were, which is quite cheap honestly, and this proves you don't need to be rich to travel. And that's it. See you in the next video.